Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of En-Syte. I'm your host, the Green Ranger. Yes, Green Ranger is in the house. I've taken over this show from Steven. I am here. Thank you. Thank you. He says, Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. The Green Ranger is here. Man, I don't know how I did this all these years having this mask on. That's all I can do. Yes. Uh, 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 Man, how's everybody doing? How are we all doing? Oh man. Oh man. It's the Halloween season. Okay, you know what? I can't see shit in this thing. Okay, what's up, y'all? Hey, Dre. Hey, 20. How y'all doing? Why am I gonna take this off for? Okay, fine. I'll take off the helmet. Okay, fine. I'll take it off. All right. Everybody wants to bring out the helmet. Why are they going to bring out the helmet? Okay. Fine. I'll take it off. Fine. I won't be the Green Ranger no more. Okay, fine. Man, that's good. Okay. Now, welcome to En-Syte, everybody. How y'all doing? I'm your host, Wade Wilson. Yeah, I can breathe. Thank you very much. I can breathe, doctor. So, bet y'all wasn't expecting this, huh? Yeah, I thought y'all was going to get Tommy. Nope. Oh, man. I don't know how he did that for all those years. Like, seriously. How did he do that for all those years? Well, let's get down to business, shall we? Okay. As you know, 'tis the Halloween season. Gotta get a little bit into the spirit, you know? You gotta get at least a little bit into the spirit. You know? I thought I'd do something nice, a little clever, something like that of that nature, and just be clever with it. Oh my God. What are you gonna be doing, 20? What's wrong? Is it really something that Okay. All right. Okay, I'll be serious. I just wanted to have a little fun. I just wanted to have a little bit of fun. That's all. I don't see anything wrong with having a little bit of fun. I think this is the Halloween season. What can you say? This Halloween season. Is it really that bad? Is it really that bad? Yeah, I just wasn't expecting the fact that something else underneath there, huh? Yeah, I had the helmet, now I got a mask on, and I know someone was on underneath here. I just thought it'll be a little bit of fun. That's all. That is all. That's all that I was aiming for, was just a little bit of fun. But since, people are, a little bit weirded out at it. Hey, Jalen, how you doing? Whitney, how y'all doing? Okay, see, here's the thing. I don't know how to explain it, but life is just so much better this way. It's just so much better this way. When you surprise people with an element of like this, it's a little bit better. And I'm for sure not going to do the whole show with this mask on. I'm not going to do the whole show with this mask on. I just want everybody to get a chance to see the sheer craziness that is me. That's all. You know what? I didn't even invite anybody. I normally invite people. Just for people to come through and see and everything of that nature. It's actually nice to invite people, make them feel welcomed and all that good stuff. And things of that nature, You guys feel what I'm saying? You feel where I come from, right? Yeah, you do. You do. You do. You do. You do. You do. You all do. You all are awesome. That's why I love you guys. That's why I love each and every one of you. You guys are awesome. That's the wrong word to that. There we go. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So, welcome everybody. Hey Sam, how you doing? Okay. See, now here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna take this thing off now. I'm gonna take it off because it's getting hot underneath here, and woo, man, I ain't gonna lie. It got hot as it got hot underneath here. I'm sorry. I had my fun, but man, that's done. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of En-Syte. I'm your host, Steven. Thank you all for coming in. Whitney, Sam, Brandy, Jalen, Darius, Trey, Twiney, Shay. How you all doing? Welcome, welcome. One and all. All is welcome. I'll be right back. I can't believe how unprepared I am, y'all. I ain't even have my bottle of water. Okay, so, all right, so I had my fun. It's done. It's over with. I took off the mask. I took off the helmet. For those of you who are just joining in, watch the very first few minutes of the show. I actually played Halloween music for the, 'tis the season and all that good stuff. I decided on doing that. I rather did that than played the standard song. Just thought it'd be a little bit more into the spirit. But yeah, I want to thank you all for coming. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about this little thing called situationships. Now, I was having a discussion with somebody a while back, and they were telling me about a certain situation that was going on in their life. And it's going to sound very, very jacked up by the way I'm going to put it. And here's how it goes. She has been involved with a particular individual for 3 years. They've only been monogamous with each other, but that person doesn't want the relationship title or just don't want a relationship because I guess how many times they've been scorned in the past, don't know, but they don't want a relationship. So it's like this person, she wants to move on to the next level, but this person doesn't. So that's not a relationship. That's actually what's called a situationship. Now, a situationship, just to let you guys know, can be multiple ways, can be viewed in multiple ways. Like one, for instance, of course, you're involved in a relationship or you're married to someone, and even though you don't love that person no more, you don't want to be with that person no more, you still are around due to the fact of, say, like, you don't want to break up the family, or, hey, Janelle, you don't want to break up the family, you don't want to, it's a financial issue. If y'all break up, you're going to end up a little bit less off than what you are right now, so you're just dealing with it. That's known as a situationship and not a relationship. That's not a marriage or nothing like that. So a situationship is actually physically, mentally, and emotionally draining. It is horrible to be in a situationship. And the thing is, what can you do about a situationship? True, you can try to make it better. You can try and work on it and see if things can get better. You're already in there. You're already involved. Why not see if you can make it better, right? But the thing is, how can you make something better when someone doesn't want better? That's the hard part right there. When someone doesn't want better, how can you obtain better with that person?
That's just my thing. To obtain that level of difficulty, to obtain that level of what you want is difficult. That's what I was trying to say. When you are with somebody who doesn't want to exceed to that same level. And therein lies the hard part. You want to move on. You want to grow up. You want to grow with this person, but yet this person is still sitting in the shade while you're willing to go to the sunlight and flourish. And that's real difficult. You know, it's really, really difficult when you have somebody and you want to be with that person, but yet that person does not want to grow with you. Hey, Trina. That person don't want to grow with you, and that's difficult when you're involved. And it's even worse off when you are involved, but you no longer love that person, but you're still with that person due to the fact of situations. And that there is the hard part. That there is the hard part of it all. Is when you're with them, and it hurts to be with them, but you feel like you have to be with them just to sustain certain things within your life. Until you get yourself an out. Because here's the thing. You're in a relationship with someone you don't want to be with. You're in a relationship with someone you don't want to be with. You're trying to grow with that person, but that person don't want to grow. But since you're in a relationship and you don't love that person no more, you can't grow with that person no more, but yet you're still in that relationship. You can't go out and find nothing new because it's going to be considered cheating, and you may not be a cheater. You may not want to entertain somebody knowing good and well that you're involved. So a situationship can lead to so many issues, can lead to so many problems. And honestly, nobody really needs to be in a situationship. I understand if you want to fight and you want to try and thrive and push through in hopes that something happens and so hopes that something flourishes. But it's difficult. It's mad difficult when you are dealing with something like that. Like, it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult if you're involved with somebody that you don't want to deal with or anything of that nature. It's hard to actually work through that. It's really, really hard. And that can be some very, very difficult shit on your heart. It can be some very, very difficult shit on your heart, like for real. So it's like, what is it that you can do? What is it that you can say? How can you get out of this particular situation? How do you deal with being in a situationship? And how can you escape a situationship? Well, there's a few ways that you can. And that's one of them. What Katrina says, fuck it and leave. Just fuck it, leave. Not even just say fuck it and leave. Just say fuck it, leave. That's the way to do it. You can just leave. You can just go ahead and just be like, you know what? I may end up going down, but I'm going to pick myself back up. Because I'd rather start off down and happy than try and be up being unhappy with you. And you don't want that. You don't want that feeling weighing down on your heart, weighing down on your mind, saying like, okay, I'm with this person, but I'm not nowhere near happy. I'm nowhere near happy. Hey, Keisha. And you want to make sure that your happiness is satisfied. And you can't do that with somebody that you're not in love with anymore. Okay, Trina says, or cheat. Like, if you're a cheater, go ahead and cheat. You can still be with that person, but go ahead and get yourself a little something with somebody that's willing to give you a little something, you know. But yeah, if the thing is, if you are unhappy in a situationship, because it's not a relationship, it's a situationship, you can leave. You can try and work it out and see if the happiness can come back. Because at some given point, you fell in love with the individual that you're with. You love the individual that you're with. That's why you're still there. But you want to make sure that it's the right decision. You want to make sure that things will work out, because if not, then you're just wasting your time, your breath, and your energy. When you could be saving all of that for somebody who's going to appreciate it. I mean, like, seriously appreciate it. And okay, my next door neighbors got their damn dog out. If y'all hear barking in the background, I do apologize. My neighbors got their damn dog out. These neighbors are gone. I don't got to worry about no thumping music no more. These neighbors are gone. But I still got them over there who got a damn dog. So if y'all hear barking, I apologize for their stupidity. Hey, Tamara. So, like, here's the thing about being with somebody that you know you don't want to be with anymore, and you know it's causing problems, and you know it's weighing down on your heart. How do you leave? It's really not the easiest thing to do, because if you are involved with that person to the point of being married to them, it's a little bit difficult than just being boyfriend and girlfriend. When you say, you know what, I'm done, I'm walking out the door. But when you're married to that person, y'all have kids together, there's so many things, there's so many variables now that you have to do. You know, what up, Dre? There's so many things that you have to do. There's so many things that you have to consider when you are with somebody. And yeah, I don't know how else to put it. I really don't know how else to put it in terms of being in a situationship, because it's a very difficult thing to handle, because you want more. You want that happiness, but you're not getting it from where you are right now. You're not. And that's the sad part about it. You're not getting it when you should be. Honestly, you should be. Everyone, scratch that. Just about, mostly, okay, there's a few people in the world that deserve to be happy. The rest of them, yeah, what the fuck else? I don't care. But that happiness needs to be gathered. That happiness can only be gathered if you actually come to the point of realization. Do I want to be with this person? Does this person really want to be with me? Or should I go venture off and find somebody else? Hey, Bria, how you doing? Or do I just want to, try and deal with the fact of everything? And it's messed up, because sometimes space is an option as well. Okay, sometimes space is an option as well before you make a dramatic decision. Now, here's where that is an issue when you say you want space. You say you want space. In some people's mind, that is a door to cheat. That is a door for either them to believe that you're going to cheat on them or they can cheat on you. That's why I didn't want to bring up that whole space thing, because I knew that was an option, but I didn't want to bring it up for that. Dre saying it's never an option. Space means it's over. Over. Or as this type of ovette. That is French for over. Ovette is over. Like taking a break or having some space, things like that, that is not really a thing. I don't care what anyone says. In my opinion, having some space, taking time off is not a thing. Why would I want to separate myself from somebody that I'm trying to spend the rest of my life with? Because here's the thing. That means throughout the relationship, you're going through, you spend 2 years together. Okay, I'm tired of seeing your face. I'm going to go take some space. Okay, I'm back now. Deal with you for another 2 years. Okay, I'm tired of seeing your face again. I'm going to have some space. It just seems like you're just scheduling when you want to cheat or when you want to take a break or something like that. Hey, Ashley, that's why I don't really believe that space, like asking for space or taking space, is really an option like that. I really don't believe it is because of that. That's what I believe. He says, no, but really, who's going to have common ground in this day and age in terms of taking space? When you're involved in a situationship and you say like, okay, we're going to take some space. Hey, Phil, we're going to take some space. We're going to have some space from each other. We're going to separate ourselves into, like, what's the point of separating yourselves from each other when it's stuff to figure out? When it's stuff to figure out, what is the point of separating yourselves? I can understand if y'all talk about it, there's no common ground, there's no solution. Then what's the point of giving each other space when y'all just need to be separated, period? That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I do not believe that space is a thing that needs to be dictated in terms of a situationship that, you know, needs, you know, I'm not going to say needs time. I'm not even going to say it needs time. I'm just saying a situationship is something that, how can I put it? A situationship is something that is difficult to, a situationship is space. Okay. Okay. We're going to go ahead. We're going to get into this right now. Please, I'm sorry. What's up, Mark? Please tell me how a situationship is space. Because both Keisha and Tamara right now are saying that a situationship is space. I would like to know how it is space. So someone tell me, between YouTube, Facebook, one of y'all tell me, how is it space? Y'all having an understanding, not a commitment. My kid's loud as hell around here. I can barely hear you. You have some headphones? Put some headphones on then. Hey, Shantae, how you doing? Okay, Tamara says, y'all have an understanding, not a commitment. Okay, so we have an understanding as to, so there's an understanding basically saying that we're going to have some time off from each other. We're going to have some time off from each other to actually recollect ourselves, to see where we're at. And then we're going to come back together to possibly the same situation that we've already started in. Or it could be a possibility that we reflect so much on ourselves that we're going to come back as better people. And hopefully the relationship will be better. That's a possibility, true enough, but that's a huge gamble. Ashley says, you shouldn't be around a person you don't want to be with, for real. Yes, you shouldn't be. That's the thing about a situationship. You shouldn't be around that person, but you are still around them. You're still involved with them for a particular reason. So trust me when I say that, yeah, I understand the concept of space. I really do. Do I believe that it's an option in a situationship? No. In a relationship where two people still love each other, but things are going kind of rocky and people are yelling at each other and things of that nature, yes, space will be needed then. Because the emotions of other things that are flaring up are causing two people to argue with each other constantly, who love each other unconditionally. But the argument is overpowering the love. So yes, those two people may need some space from each other to cool their minds, to relax their souls, to come back together to be better for each other. That right there is where space is actually needed. Never in a situationship, in my opinion, is space necessary. Ashley says, space just makes it worse. What if they meet another person? There it is right there. What if they meet another person? What if they meet another person during space? Yes, when you have a space, you're not going to be around that person. You're not going to be dealing with that person. You're going to be doing you. You're going to be doing you. Yeah, in your mind, you're like, yeah, I'm kind of with somebody. It's complicated. That's the term. It's complicated. And that is actually the worst term in all of relationship existence, is it's complicated. Please inform me of how you are involved with somebody, yet you are taking space so that y'all can recollect yourselves in some way, shape, or form. Y'all can recollect yourselves in some way, shape, or form. And this is in the middle of that situation, but yet it's complicated. No, it's not complicated. What it is you're technically still involved, but you still want to venture out with other people. So basically, you trying to, out of the relationship, cheat. So it's not complicated. You just not dealing with that person, but you still got needs that need to be satisfied. So you're looking for those needs to be satisfied. That's not complicated. Keisha says, then that person they so-called love wasn't for you. That is very true. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, Diamond. Hey, Cassandra. How y'all doing? Like, yeah, that is very true. If they meet somebody while y'all on space or taking a break from each other, whatever the case may be, if they find somebody else, they really didn't want you anymore. They really did not want to deal with you anymore. They did not. They wanted to go ahead and just up and leave. Just up and leave. That was their way out. That was their way to escape, to saying, let's just have some space and take a break. Let's just sit back, go separate ways for just a moment, and we'll come back to this later. 3 weeks, a month has gone by from y'all having space for each other. They with a whole nother person. You sitting by yourself wondering like, man, they coming back? No, they're not. So now you're sitting there with the boo-boo the fool face because they done moved on to somebody else. While you were sitting there wanting to recollect and basically want to work things out, but that didn't quite pan out the way you wanted to. What up, Dre? So that's the bad part about wanting to take space. My kids are doing the most. I gotta go, Stevie. Sorry. It's all right. I'm here for another about 33 minutes, give or take. So if you couldn't get back on, Keisha. So the thing is, I lost my train of thought for a second. That's the thing though about space, because you are technically still involved with the person, but you can hurt the other person because you thinking that you're waiting on them or they're waiting on you, and then boom, they're gone. What up, Ernesto? And boom, they're just gone. They're just all the way gone. And that is not right. That's not right to the other person who's willing and waiting for you to come in and just be like, you know what? Let's make this work. Let's make this happen. That's just as bad as you trying to pursue a relationship with somebody who don't want a relationship with you, but giving you signs, make it seem like you want a relationship with them. That's just as bad as that, because that's false hope. That is so much false hope. Now, granted, people get in situationships here and there. The way they handle it depends on the situation, hence the name. Due to the fact that there's different things that happen in different facets and happen in different mindsets between two people, that's going to make things all that much more difficult, original. It's not going to be the same. You're going to have the same type of situation, but you got two completely different people involved each time, which means it's not going to end the same as the one that you heard about before, or from the two people beforehand, or the two people even before that who were in the same situation. There's a lot of different variables. A lot. Oh, got a YouTube comment. Got a YouTube comment, y'all. YouTube's coming along, y'all. Okay, Ali Claire says, it's very difficult to end something when you with someone and they don't want to let go. So they make it more difficult to separate the things y'all have together. Yeah. It's difficult to end something with someone when you wait. Okay, let me reread that, y'all. It's very difficult to end something when you with someone and they don't want to let go. So they make it more difficult to separate the things y'all have together. That does make it kind of tough. I wonder if I can actually, I'm going to highlight this. Wait, I never thought about like highlighting all the comments over here and see if I could put them all on YouTube and have people read the comments like that. Don't know if that worked that way, but what else? I might be able to. But that's the thing. Yeah, I think I might be able to, but I'm not going to do it right now. But that's the thing, though. You want to get away. You want to get out. You just want to get away. But you can't because of someone holding you back. And that's not a relationship. That's a situationship. You only together because the situation is the fact that they don't want to let go. And that's what makes it so difficult. That's what makes it entirely too difficult. And all in all, that's the sad part about it. A situationship should never be a thing. What's up, Jermaine? A situationship should never even exist, period. Because all you're doing is hurting yourself, keeping that person away from the person that they probably really supposed to be with, which ain't your ass. And you're stopping them from flourishing into the person that they are supposed to be, mind, body, and soul. Because you are weighing down on them so much due to the fact of a situationship. Let this person develop into the individual that they're supposed to be. Let them find the person that they're supposed to be with, because obviously it's not you if a situationship is occurring. Yeah, you can think like, okay, yeah, I'm going to break through. I'm going to get through them eventually, and they're going to see that they love me and only me. No. You should not have to break through to somebody to make them love you. In order for somebody to love you, that's something that will come naturally. That's something that will come with time, with being around that person and not being a dictative asshole with that person. Those are all those things that culminate throughout time. It takes time for everything, regardless of how big or how small. It takes time. And that is something that people very rarely realize. Like, think about this. As they always say, it takes less than 5 seconds to text someone saying, hey. Okay, Jermaine says that shit hard sometimes. What if children in the situation? That I was coming up on, but I'm glad that you brought it up. Because when children are involved, people use the children as ammunition. They use them as the weaponry to keep a situation going. And that right there is what's hard, especially if you just one of those types of parents that love their kids completely. Not like one of these asshole kids, not like one of these asshole parents who try to use their kids as, oh, well, if you don't give me this, you can't see your daddy. Or you do this, you can't see your mom. You know? I really do hate those types of parents. You know what? I'm not going to say parents. I hate those types of individuals who have kids, but withhold their kids from the other parent. And their parent wants to see them. That is one of the reasons why I did not have any kids just by anybody. True, I could have, but I didn't. The reason why is I refuse. And I say this again. I fucking refuse to be called a baby daddy. I'm going to be a father. I want to be there with my kids. I want to see my kids grow up to be whatever the hell they want to be. And I'm going to be there through each and every step. From birth to crawling, to the first step, to first grade, to their first dance, to their graduation, to their college graduation, for their marriage, so on and so forth. If God is willing to keep me alive to see it all, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to be no baby daddy. Fuck that. Sorry for the little rant there, but I just felt that. But yeah, those types of individuals don't really deserve, they don't deserve that. They don't deserve to be a part of said relationship. They don't. They don't. That situation shouldn't even exist. You got kids involved. The whole thing about your relationship should be about those kids. If you know that the relationship between you and the other person is not working well, but you have these kids involved, don't bring the kids into it. Just be like, you know what? Maybe it's best that we probably go our separate ways. You know, I'm still going to be here for the kids. I'm still going to love our kids. I'm still going to love them to death. But I know that things between me and you is only hurting them. So I just say we separate, find our happiness our own way, find our own happiness from somebody else or someplace else. And then while we happy, we can definitely be there for our kids. Because then we have somebody in each of our lives who's going to love our kids as much as we love our kids. And they'll see it that way. And by leaving, what? Well, hey, Tracy. But the thing is, though, when you have kids involved in a situationship, you have to be adult about it. You cannot be immature about it. You have to be adult about it. In terms of it, you have to understand that these kids are part of the equation in terms of what's going to happen next, whether you stay or you leave. Tracy says, by leaving and not putting up with it, kids aren't the reason to stay where it isn't working, because y'all can co-parent. Exactly. If it's not working, leave and co-parent. Just like Tracy said, if it isn't working, y'all can co-parent. Co-parent. There's nothing wrong with that at all, to be separate and co-parent with each other. You know? And you may find happiness from somebody else. Yes, you're still going to love the mother of your children or the father of your children due to the fact that y'all have that experience with each other. Y'all been together. Y'all had kids together. Y'all been intimate, obviously, because y'all have kids together. So there shouldn't be an issue with it. There should not be a problem with it at all. With actually just growing up, being adult and co-parent from a relationship that didn't pan out. Rather than trying to use the kids as ammunition and saying like, you can't see your son unless such and such. I'm like, okay. To court I go, because I'm seeing my son, like it or not. Plain and simple. And it really shouldn't boil down to that. And that was actually what a lot of people looked forward to, was having a child by somebody and child support. But that's a different topic for another episode of En-Syte. But yeah, situationships, they don't really need to exist. They don't. If you are on the fence about somebody that you're with or somebody that you're separated from and you're not currently sure of what to do, then if you're not sure of what to do, maybe it's time that you move on from that person. Try and find somebody new. Hopefully that next person will be a whole lot better for you. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? You won't know unless you try, right? But you cannot limit yourself to just... You can't limit yourself to just not doing anything. You can't just limit yourself to... You can't limit yourself to being stuck with somebody who, for one, may not deserve you. Two, bringing you down mentally and emotionally. And three, probably don't even love you the way they used to. You know? Or they may have never loved you in the beginning. They probably just use it as a ruse just to get you, to make sure no one else got you. Which is really messed up. Now, if you think about that, like, damn. Can you just imagine that? You've been lied to, thinking that somebody loves you, and turn around that they really don't. They just keeping you around just because they don't want no one else to have you, because you that damn good of a person. I'm like, there's some damn good people in this world. I know a fair amount of damn good people. They're all on this thing watching right now. Everybody who didn't comment on here are damn good people. And if any of them are in a situation that is bad for them, they don't deserve it. Like everybody that watches, I know is a damn good person. And these are the types of people you want to surround yourself with. These are the type of people that you want as a friend. You know, whatever the case may be, however you want to see them is how you see them. But you want them in your life in some way, shape, form, or fashion. These people right here that comment throughout this entire thing. I did not make this public. Throughout this entire show, you know, and these are people who more than likely at some point in time have been through a situation that they did not want to go through. They did not want to go through a situation like this, and they had to go through it, and they had to deal with it as best they could. And to deal with it, to actually just try to suck it up and keep moving on with life is difficult on the mental part of a person. And if it weighs down on them too much, it could lead to depression. And you never want to see your friends in a depressed state. You don't. You don't want to see them in a depressed state. You don't even want to know that they're in a depressed state. You want to help them, but you know that you can't. And that's a very difficult thing to do and deal with, is when you're friends with somebody and you want to help them out and you can't. You really, really can't. And for them to go through a situationship, it doesn't make it that much better. A situationship is something that should not exist at all. It shouldn't be something that anyone goes through, period, point blank. And that's really pretty much the long and the short of it, is that a situationship doesn't need to exist at all. It doesn't. And like I said, it's a multitude of bad things that come with it. It can lead to depression, heartbreak. It can lead to you thinking you're not good enough and things of that nature. Okay, I understand you ain't letting no chick depress you. But yeah, especially when you put like all of your feelings involved, it can hurt like hell. So you have to be careful of what it is you do and how you do it. Because you never know. You never know when that shit gonna hit you. And when it does, you'll never be ready. It depends on what you do after it. Defines how you're going to be when you are later on. Depends on who you're going to be later on. When I say how you're going to be later on, depends on who you're going to be later on. So, I don't know why it does that. But every time somebody sends a reaction, it temporarily freezes my video. It temporarily freezes the camera. So for those of you that's going to watch this on YouTube, if you see certain sporadic moments throughout the entire feed, throughout the entire vid, that my camera kind of freezes and then goes back into it, it's because on Facebook, whenever a reaction comes up, the thumbs up, the heart, the laugh, whatever the case may be, temporarily freezes the video. Yeah. And for those of you who did not come in soon enough, you might want to go back to the first 7 minutes of this show. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. And a lot of people were mad at me for what I did. Well, not mad at me, but wondering like why I did what I did. But I stopped it because it was a little bit difficult. So yeah. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead to the very beginning of the video when it's done and watch it. Also, those of you, anyone who watches on YouTube, when you see the thumbnail, you're gonna know why that thumbnail is what it is. You're gonna see why. But yeah, that is basically all that I can talk about in terms of a situationship. In terms of that, for one, it shouldn't happen. Two, you shouldn't deal with it. And three, if you're in one, you're not in a relationship, which means you need to move on and find somebody better for you. Other than that, that is all I have to say about this. I do love you all. I do appreciate you all. So happy Halloween to you all. Matter of fact, let me hold on. I gotta get back into the music. Got some Halloween music here, y'all. Mind y'all, this is free YouTube Halloween music. This is what this music is brought to you by. Music from YouTube, free Halloween music. So, I mean, I enjoy the holiday myself as much as I can. Unfortunately, Halloween is not for another, 2 days. So, just get into the spirit of it and all that. So, just to play a little bit of music for y'all. Just play a little spoopy music, this little spoopy music. Other than that, I want to thank you guys. I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. If you're involved in a situationship, please, if you can't fix it, just get out. Just get out if you cannot fix it. Hey, Kiwi, if you're involved in something like that, just don't try and stick around with it, because it's not going to pan out for you. It's not going to go well. It's really not. So, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. So thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you all for the likes, the loves, the laughs, all that lovely good stuff. Don't forget, this video is also on YouTube. So if you don't get a chance to watch it now, you can go ahead and watch it on YouTube. Let people know that a brother is on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. You want to make this known? I'm on YouTube. So feel free to go on YouTube, watch the videos, and all that good stuff. Don't forget to comment on them, like them, share them with everybody. Share this video. Share it. Share it to the far ends of the world and back again. Share it. Share this video everywhere. Share this video. You never know. Someone may just need to hear it. So thank you all again for watching. Thank you, YouTube, for chiming in. Thank you for the one person that left the comment, Ali Claire. Really appreciate it. Oh, man, I want to thank you all again. And remember, happy Halloween and stay insightful. Peace.